I heard this story from Archdeacon M. I should imagine that it would not be very difficult, by trimming it a little and altering the facts here and there, to make it capable of some simple explanation. But I've preferred to tell it as it was told to me. After all, there is some explanation possible, even if there is not one definite and simple explanation clearly indicated. It must rest with the reader whether he will prefer to believe that some of the so-called uncivilized races may possess occult powers, transcending anything of which the so-called civilized are capable, or whether he will consider that a series of coincidences is sufficient to account for the extraordinary incidents which, in a plain, brief way, I am about to relate. It does not seem to me essential to state which view I hold myself, or if I hold neither, and have reasons for not stating a third possible explanation. I must add a word or two with regard to Archdeacon M. At the time of this story, he was in his 50th year. He was a fine scholar, a man of considerable learning. His religious views were remarkably broad, his enemies said remarkably thin. In his younger days he had been something of an athlete, but owing to age, sedentary habits, and some amount of self-indulgence, he had grown stout and no longer took exercise in any form. He had no nervous trouble of any kind. His death from heart disease took place about 3 years ago. He told me the story twice, at my request. There was an interval of about 6 weeks between the two narrations. Some of the details were elicited by questions of my own. With this preliminary note, we may proceed to the story. In January 1881, Archdeacon M., who was a great admirer of Tennyson's poetry, came up to London for a few days, chiefly in order to witness the performance of The Cup at the Lyceum. He was not present on the first night, Monday, January the 3rd, but on a later night in the same week. At that time, of course, the poet had not received his peerage, nor the actor his knighthood.